Hi everyone, it's Simon from Higher Playing Games, taking you through Tales from the Borderlands, my choices and what I've done as I played through the game. As someone who hasn't played the Borderlands games, I've got the first one, I'm about to start it soon. I know I'm a bit behind. You don't need to know the Borderlands world to really appreciate this game because it's got a really nice comedic streak through it. From the opening credits from each episode all the way through to the stupid one-liners that people say. So I give it 2 thumbs up, love it. Let's dive on to my choices. So for episode 1, you're getting to know Fiona and Reese, the two main characters. They can't stand each other, but they like to play off against each other. And I think that also influences how some of your choices are. And at the very beginning, because you're not quite sure how to take each of them, it's interesting that there's quite a wide spread of percentage choices, and I'm in the minority for some, majority for others. So that impresses me somewhat. I did sadly ask Loaderbot to self-destruct, which he made me feel very bad about in all of the other episodes when he comes back as another Loaderbot later on. Episode 2 though, and I start to conform a bit more to the majority of everyone else's stuff. So I was honest about Handsome Jack being trapped inside me or talking to me, and so on and so forth. And I decided to trust Fiona, which just over half of people did, especially when you're still hating each other later on, because you think, well, what happened in that relationship? However, when you're being an arsehole, I chose to disfigure Finch. Never mind, Finch gets it quite a lot from me throughout these games, or these episodes. For episode 3 though, and it was the only real confusing point in the whole thing for me, was I thought that Athena died at the end of this episode, and I was surprised to see her back, and I was like, oh, never mind. I stopped Athena from killing people, which was quite nice, otherwise you wouldn't have had Cassius, I'm assuming, at the end of the 5 episodes. And because Sasha, I was intent that she was going to be the person that dies throughout these episodes. I didn't want to let her go, because I thought, oh no, there's going to be something really horrific that will happen later that will make me very sad that she's no longer around. I also found it quite interesting that I was in the minority who didn't want to work with Handsome Jack, because I could see that he was going to try and end the world. And I wonder if other people thought that because he's quite a charismatic baddie that he may not have done that, and there was, I don't know, a redemption in there somewhere. Episode 4 then, and Scooter sadly takes it, one for the team, and I was surprised that less than 10% of him honoured him as best mechanic. I'm sure there was a better way of honouring him that other people had clocked out throughout the way, but never mind, never mind. But by this point you really know the characters quite inside and out. Reese is being badass. I thought Yvette was a stuck-up bitch, so I was quite glad that I got to knock her out, and I'm surprised not more people done it, because she was clearly going to... She'd become the double-crosser of the double-crosser. So... and only half people tried to reject Hyperion, so I thought that was interesting, that you really did have a 50-50 split. So, weird how people turn out. And then for the final episode, I was surprised that only 58% of people that could completely destroy AI Jack / Handsome Jack himself. So, that was interesting. 72% of people confessed to crushing on Sasha, yet almost every single person wanted to relationship it with Reese and Sasha. So clearly people wanting to approve the relationship but not necessarily going for it. So and it was nice that it wasn't a Fiona Reese thing. I thought that was quite nice to have a third wheel in there. When it comes to your Vault team itself, I was surprised that Athena was there, but I went for her because she seemed like the obvious choice, as did clearly everyone else. August seemed to be my next one because I'd got him on side throughout episode 5, I felt. And then initially I went for Felix because it read in the description that he was ready to make amends, and I thought, right, well, you could be quite handy from a tech point of view. It gives you his little extra gumph, and then he goes anyway. So I went for Springs because I didn't have the option to choose Zero. I don't know who Unknown was, so I clearly missed that entirely. So I'd have went probably for Zero over Springs, but Springs and the banter that she brought with Athena was a good giggle anyway. So that's my choices from Tales from the Borderlands. I hope you agree or disagree with some of those. I'd like to know what you guys done in your playthroughs, and look forward to seeing you again here on Higher Playing Games. Bye for now.